and to not present all the options available along the river when they're constructing a new bridge. One is that people are still interested in the historical preservation of the bridge, and I respect that, and I appreciate that. That's one. The second one is there's an opportunity for a river access point in the river where people can participate in one of Clay County's treasures, the rich heritage of that waterway, and it'd just be a public access point. And when they build a new bridge, there'd be an availability to put in an access at a very cheap cost, and maybe we could get some other government agencies to work together and use funds available to where it wouldn't cost the taxpayers hardly anything while they're putting in this bridge. That's the second reason. The third reason is Clay County doesn't know what's available to it as far as when they build this new bridge, what opportunities. The fourth one is safety. If both bridges, 42 and 46, are not looked at adhesively together, there could be a possibility for an economic loss and also risk for emergency response times in that area because, for example, Owen County does not have a hospital. Sometimes their ambulances come over to Clay County or Vigo County. If both those bridges are out, you're putting those people's safety at risk. So I'd like for the INDOT to coordinate those efforts to make sure that they don't put both bridges out at the same time. And also, if the Poland Bridge is out, is there any way they could increase the weight limit on 46 so that we could get crops out of the fields and not hinder the farmers, because if that's going to be like a 20-mile detour if both bridges are out.
Okay, and Dan Prevost spoke today on behalf of Parsons. What was your reaction to what transpired today?
We didn't know what was going to transpire today. We didn't know if it was just going to be like a time-sensitive issue to where we didn't have any way to make comments about the project, period, or if it was sealing off for the historical side. We didn't know what was being shut down. So that's why we want to make sure that we still have that opportunity and time to pursue these other options.
And are you satisfied with that?
Yes. I mean, I think there's an interest in there still, but people aren't aware of the interest. So we're going to try to get the message out to see if people would like to have a river access point there in Clay County, or what the historical interest is, or what other vehicles that they have. And also about keeping the bridges open. They didn't answer that question at the meeting the other day, but I wanted to ask questions after the meeting to find out if I really understood everything and bring myself up to speed.
Did you get that chance?
Yes, and then we met with them after the commissioners' meeting, and I got some more contacts. So it looks like there might be some opportunities for Clay County.
Just tell me your thoughts on what transpired today about the bridge.
Well, I'm glad the commissioners didn't make a decision about the bridge per se, and that we can run our 60 days out and try to find a solution to save the bridge, hopefully. But I'm more upset about the double standard of some of the presentations between Indianapolis they had on December 4th and what they presented in Bowling Green on January 29th. There's some big differences between some presentations, and I think they need to answer to that. That's
okay. What are the differences? What are the bigger
mainly
ones?
On just a minute, let me show you.
Okay.
Mainly as I presented to Paul. This is the handout that was from Indianapolis, and it's a totally different outlook than what they presented in Bowling Green. Mainly about the requirements. It said minimal repairs may be required, routine inspections, and that's not how they portrayed it in Bowling Green. It was a whole different scenario about time frames and money, and there's no big cost listed in this Indianapolis presentation. And I just feel like they've come to Clay County and tried to scare us with money and the large amount of money it takes to maintain this. And yeah, that may be a possibility, but I still haven't seen anything in writing. I'd like to see the proof.
Okay, how about you, Tommy? What's your reaction to what you've seen today? You're with Indiana Landmarks.
Yeah, this was the first formal appearance that INDOT and Parsons has made to county commissioners. Apparently in 2009, there was contact made with Clay County by a staff member of the Crawfordsville District Office of INDOT, but no names. It just said that that person felt there was no interest. Again, we've been told that in 2010 there was contact made with the county commissioner and there was no interest, but we have no name and there was no formal presentation or appearance. So the process so far appears to be a lot of just possibly phone calls, emails. And the fact that since 2009, INDOT had already been considering the replacement of the bridge, moving the bridge. 2012, they made that formal decision to change scope, and it was not until 2014 that consulting parties and the local community was even made aware that that decision had been made. So for about 2 years, MDOT has worked to develop their preliminary preferred alternative. However, we have had less than 2 months to really get the word out, get information. There's still costs, there's still information, conceptual plan of what a park and pedestrian bridge could look like. So the process is not closed yet. There's still opportunity for the Clay County community to comment on the proposed project. And I still believe that retaining the bridge in place, seeing it rehabilitated, fully rehabilitated, like it has not been, at least since even before 1977, there's just great potential there for Clay County, for Bowling Green. And a river access point would be wonderful to make Eel River truly a recreational corridor in Clay County.
Okay, one of the things Dan Prevost said today that I did not hear him say the other night at Bowling Green was the estimate for maintenance was based on NDOT recommendations. Do you have any comment on that?
Well, we don't know where those estimates actually came from. If those are based upon historic bridges that are in continued vehicular service. Obviously, the wear and tear, wintertime salts used for snow and ice maintenance is all something that this bridge, as a pedestrian bridge, would not be subjected to. So the rehabilitation, full rehabilitation of the bridge, conceivably should last much longer, and the cost of repairs in those 10-year and repainting, that is something that I think is still a little arbitrary. I don't know if they have any hard figures based upon other pedestrian bridges and how those have performed.
Okay, do you have anything to say about that, Vicki?
I just hope that the people of Clay County, if we let that bridge go, what we're letting go of, a big piece of history. It could be a beautiful recreation area with access to the river, and I just hope the citizens of Clay County will think very seriously before we consider letting that bridge go out of this county. It's a part of our history, and I'd like to see it stay here.